Jesuits football success is built off the strong running game that Coach Ken Potter employs. Much of the success running backs achieve within this program can be attributed to the strength, grit, and toughness of the offensive line, or the franchise. Here are coaches Ken Potter and John Andreas talking about how this close-knit bunch operates on a day-to-day basis.
I think it's a nice reputation to have, that people know that we're going to come after you. I think linemen enjoy blocking. If you ask anybody that plays on a spread offense, if they could block for running backs and run the ball, they'd be much happier than pass blocking, because it's more fun. It's more fun coming off the ball. And one of the things we wanted to have here at Jesuit was that we were going to be aggressive, that we were going to be able to control the line of scrimmage. And it's a good foundation for us to start with each year. So each year we start with it. We have a real basic fundamental attack. We have great line coaches. I mean, John Andreas is probably the most outstanding line coach in the state of Oregon. And so he turns out each year really good kids who again come off the ball, and it's an aggressive nature to us. But we'll take the advantage of what we have. We have a great passing quarterback with good receivers. We're going to throw the ball. But I think what we just like to do is to make sure our kids know that we have a lot of confidence and trust in them, and that we're going to be aggressive on the offensive side of the ball.
So I got into coaching. I started coaching at Jesuit High School back in 2003. I got into coaching, and a big part of it was because my dad is a coach, and so it was kind of in my blood, and I was always around sports. He coached basketball, and then of course I played football, and the whole coaching experience and educating experience of it all led me to wanting to be an educator, and then also wanting to be a coach on top of it. And it's really special to be back here at Jesuit High School, the place where I graduated from and played my ball.
Through the years, I think your philosophy has to be something that you believe in, but you got to be flexible, because the game changes a little bit. I mean, the spread offenses now are very different than the spread offenses that they talked about a long time ago. So I think you need to be really flexible in it, but you need to take the personnel you have, the young men that I get to coach in football. We may have a foundation, but that foundation has different walls to it. And each year you have to look at what you have and adjust to make sure that you let your players make plays and be in positions to win games.
Well, I think that one thing that we always are concerned about, and also something that we're trying to convey to the people that the young men that play in the program, is that we really are developing young people first. And if that message doesn't resonate, then there is a little bit of a failure there. If we want these individuals to grow into good people, and so that's one thing that we do. We try to make sure that we play the game and we coach the game with a good deal of class and respect for our opponents and for the people that are involved in the game of football. And I think, as you said, there is that perception of Jesuit being privileged, of the idea that we just kind of reload with athletes and every year. And one thing that has been a hallmark of Jesuit football, and especially of offensive linemen here, is that they are some of the hardest working individuals that you're going to come across as far as trying to make themselves better to achieve greatness. And so bottom line is that people can think that we're privileged, but the fact of the matter is that these kids work incredibly hard to achieve everything that they've achieved and that they want to achieve.
Again, as an offensive lineman, you're not going to get a lot of fame. You're not going to get your name in the paper a lot. So what stands out to those guys is they grab their lunch pails and they show up and they just work. They get up in the morning and they come to school and they go to class and they do that. But after school, they go get in the weight room and they lift and they go out and they run and they're big. It makes them linemen. So all those guys you mentioned are pretty good sized people, but they're big and it's not easy to go out and run when you're, as Jackson Kirkland, 6'8", 330 pounds. It's a whole lot easier to sit around and relax and that kind of stuff, but to push yourself to do things that that's really easy for somebody who's maybe 6'1", 170 pounds, to be 150 more pounds than that and doing the same kind of stuff we're asking them to do, the sprints and the running. What sets them apart is just their commitment to the team, their dedication to their teammates to make sure that they're ready and willing to pay the price and know that they're not going to get a lot of recognition, but they're going to give you everything they have every single play. Brotherhood. It's a lot of guys who love one another, who are willing to sacrifice everything they have for the team rather than their own individual glory, and that when something happens to one of them, they're going to come to their rescue, or they're going to rally behind them and make sure that they're there to help them. And we hope that happens on the football field too, that during a game that they know everybody has each other's back and they're going to do what they're asked to do. So it's a total brotherhood.